Hi, this is Naren here from Aeromodelling and Flying India. Today I'll be building the YAK 12, the Russian trainer. This was in fact the first model that I had purchased, but unfortunately never got some time to assemble this plane. A real quick look at the plane and its parts and its specification. This model comes with a wingspan of 950 mm, quite large in fact, and the length of the fuselage, in fact the plane will be 687 mm. The flying weight approximately might vary from 360 to 400 depending upon what size of battery that you will be using. Ideally the battery for this plane will be 2-cell 900 mAh battery. Then next, this is the horizontal stabilizer, and this will be the vertical stabilizer. And these are some reinforcements for the fuselage and the wings. And got my 2.4 GHz 9-channel FlySky transmitter, and as normal my 8-channel FlySky 2.4 GHz receiver. This is my the ESCs are the ESC of the plane is 15 amp brushless ESC that I have here. The servos. This is the look at the fuselage. It's got 8 gram. One of the servos are 8 grams. The other 3 servos are 6 gram. All are micro servos. Battery again for this plane is 7.4 volt. It's 2-cell and 900 mAh LiPo. The motor, it's quite powerful. It's got a 2300 kilovolt 2226 size battery. It is conventional. It's got a conventional landing gear. This is the front landing gear, and this is the rear landing gear. It's got 12x6 props, spare props has been given. Got some foam glue as well as a normal glue. Got some skirts skirts for the landing gear, which in fact and there are a few springs that have been given, which is supposed to take some shocks when during landing and takeoff. Again, my simple 2 to 3 cell chargers and my micro tools. That's about it. Now I would quickly go ahead and start building this model. If in case I missed out on something, I'll be covering it in my video further. Alright, let's start building this plane. First up, I would glue the horizontal stabilizer to the fuselage. So I put some glue here on the surface and make a fixture. Yeah. The horizontal stabilizer has already been glued. You can have a closer look at this. And the first half of the vertical stabilizer was already been mounted when it came in the box. Next, I will be the second half of the vertical stabilizer needs to be glued into the first half of the vertical stabilizer. So I need to make some space here. I just cut open 3 spaces that is required here. You can see, and glue this surface onto the first surface. And you can also see the control horns are already been pre-installed, so you need not to worry about that. With the help of a cutting knife, here you can see this, make some space on the first part of the vertical stabilizer. So here you can see some, I've cut open the fuselage so that I can fix these on like this. So I will be gluing in the surface and making the fixture. So the tail portion of the plane is completed almost. I just have to make the linkages, which I'll be doing later. First of all, I'm going to be finishing the glue work. So here's a closer look at the horizontal stabilizer and the vertical stabilizer that has been mounted onto the fuselage. Next, I will be mounting the rear and the main landing gear. The rear landing gear needs some gluing. It's a fixture. I'll glue in here and make the fixture here. The main and the rear landing gear has been mounted. The rear landing gear has been glued in. Now I will be gluing the skirts onto the main landing gear. If you have a look at this, so there are springs that have been given to absorb the shocks. All I have to do is glue this part up here and make the fixture with the spring that has been given. Just a reminder, the reinforcement for the tail should be glued in before you glue the rear landing gear. It's coming on to the main landing gear. The skirts have been installed. Just have a look at this. I have glued the skirts to the fuselage and made a connection here, including the springs which acts as a shock absorbers. Reinforcement for the horizontal stabilizer has been done. I have glued both the sides along with the rear landing gear. Turning my model. Here you can see the rear part of the plane has been almost completed. Next, I will be going ahead and assembling my wings onto the fuselage. My next step will be mounting the wings to the fuselage. A 2 mm screw has been given. All I have to do is mount it onto the fuselage. It's up to you whether you want to use glue here, glue in this surface and then screw the fuselage, but I am not going to do that. I will be mounting this. I will be screwing the wings to the fuselage, and if you can look at these are again the reinforcements that has been given, and all I have to do is there are screws that are already been given. I have to be screwing in these reinforcements to the fuselage, attaching these to the wings out here. Also there are protective sleeves that have been given in order to hold these tight onto the wings here. So there are four of these. And either side of them will have two. As I have applied glue onto the surfaces, I am giving it time to set it, as it is foam friendly glue here. This will approximately take around 4 to 5 minutes to set, unlike other glues and epoxies, unlike these CA glues. Anyway, one more thing about this plane, which I've always forgotten to mention, that this plane is a 5-channel control plane. There is an added channel onto this plane. The first off is, of course, the aileron. The second is the elevator. The third is the throttle, and fourth is the rudder. And the fifth one is the flaps that has been included on this plane. If you can see here, there is a single servo that has been given onto the flaps, which acts in opposite direction. So basically the flaps act as air brakes. When you are coming down for landing, you can apply the flaps in order to have a smooth landing. So I haven't tried it yet till date. I've always flown 4-channel planes. This is an added feature on this Russian trainer. So hope to have some fun after flying. Anyway, next up, I will be going ahead and making the linkages between the servo and the connecting rod onto the control surface here. Alright. All the 3 linkage has been made between the servos and the control surfaces. Here you can have a look at the rudder surface and the elevator, and next is the aileron, both ends, and the flap up, of course, it's beneath the wings, so it's inside. It was pre-installed, so I need not to worry about it. And next I will be mounting my prop. This comes with a prop saver. This I've already made the connection here. So if you can see it, there is a prop saver which can be directly plugged into my motor. Assembly is almost completed, except for the electronics part, which I'll be doing in my next step. Just a quick overview on what I've done so far. I have assembled the horizontal and vertical stabilizers Then I have mounted the wings, also the props, and I have provided the reinforcement for the wings as well as for the tail part. I have installed the landing gear, both rear and the main landing gear. One more thing about the rear landing gear is it's steerable, so whenever you move the rudder, the wheel also stays around, because there is a small linkage that has been made with the rudder surface. Again, I think that's about it. Next, I will be installing my electronics that includes my combo, that is 2600 kilovolt motor with a 15 amp ESC and 7.4 volt 900 mAh LiPo. So, and setting up the transmitter as well as the receiver. So this will be my next step.